Well, hello everyone. It's Angela with Treasure Trove Tarot, also known here on YouTube as Mystic Moon. Welcome to my second channel and welcome to a Fortune Telling Friday. So we're just going to basically go into a bunch of different topics here today. And I just want you guys to take what resonates for you and get rid of anything that doesn't. So here's just an idea of what we're going to go through. So we're going to actually use, for the majority of the reading, this deck here that I've created called the Oracle of Chance. So we're going to basically kind of get a theme around certain topics. So the topics that we're going to cover here today is we're going to take a look at your career and finances. We're also going to take a look at self-care, self-love. We're going to take a look at general love. We're going to take a look at twin flame / soulmate connections. We're going to specifically look at your divine masculine if you have one. We're going to look into soul contracts as well as what spirit wants you to know and how they're guiding you today. So if that sounds interesting to you and your sort of thing, go ahead and stay tuned. All the decks that I'm using here today are created by myself and will be listed for purchase down below. So let's go ahead and get into it. So the very first thing that I feel like we should focus on here, I'm guided to go into, is career and finances. So let's start off there. What is the general message here for career and finances? Let's take a look here. We have Goddess Aphrodite. Like a magnet, you will attract a great love to you. So obviously, we're speaking of career and finances. What I'm getting here is that you're going to attract to you like a magnet something that you absolutely love to do. So this could be your passion, what you really want to do, etc. So let's go ahead and get some details on that. We're going to go ahead and tap into the Treasure Trove Oracle. This is the Professional Archetypes deck. Let's see what's coming through of what you will be attracting to you because you absolutely love to do it. Or just something that you would even love to do. Maybe you don't know what that is yet. Oh, we have the Accountant. It says it's all starting to add up with the accountant's help. Symbols and numbers will begin to make sense. Do you see the synchronicities? So this doesn't mean that you guys want to be an accountant. What this is indicating, though, is that you guys are seeing certain angel numbers and signs that are pointing you into the direction of something that you would absolutely love to do. So it's being confirmed by spirit through signs and synchronicities. You can see on that calculator, there's an 1111. So that could be something significant. Now, of course, this can tie into a soul connection, because it's talking about a great love. Maybe you work with somebody, maybe there's someone that you want to come together with and do some sort of side business with, really get on your soul's purpose and mission with this individual. That could be it as well. So maybe everything is kind of working right now to push you and this person together to work on this great thing, whatever that might be. Okay, so let's go into my Treasure Trove Tarot for career and finances and get some specifics on this. Oh my gosh, we have the Four of Wands. Sometimes people can see the Four of Wands as an 1111 card. So there is something about the number 1111 that's coming up for your career and finances or your purpose or your mission. Very cool. And it could involve a partner because it does say partnerships, deals that are committed to a similar goal. So two people coming together. Now, it doesn't have to be that for everyone because maybe some of you guys are not looking to partner up with anybody, but there is some kind of a foundation that you will build, and it's like the foundation of your life. So something very important here, an important deal, an important person is coming in that you're actually attracting to you that will help to put you on a path to do something that you absolutely love to do, something that you're passionate about. That's amazing, you guys. All right, let's see what else. We have the Two of Swords. I feel like right now you've been at a deadlock state. You've been stuck for maybe quite some time, or maybe you and someone have been really stuck in a cycle for quite some time. But guess what? There's going to be some sort of negotiation on the universe's part to kind of create some sort of an outcome that's going to be something to celebrate. So I just feel like you guys are going from stuck energy, kind of not knowing what you want to do. Someone of importance comes in and really pushes something to happen. They push you onto your path of destiny, something that you're destined to do. Oh, wow, look at you. As a Page of Wands. It's like you can only go up from here. So it's like you're really getting on this rocket and you're ascending. You're shooting for the stars. You're aiming for the stars. This is something that's also creative. So I feel like you guys are creative individuals or you have a great idea because the pages are always about ideas. And this is something that's going to really take off for you. It's going to take you places. It says a new position. So this could be a new thing that you guys are doing, a creative project. It's definitely a breath of fresh air. There's something about enjoying what you want to do, enjoying what you do, loving what you do. That's where you guys are headed. So that's your forecast for your career and your finances, is that you are ascending, you are obtaining a new position, you're going up some sort of ladder, or you could be coming together and collaborating with a like-minded soul that you care about, they care about you, and you guys both want the same thing. You're both committed to the same goal. And so you guys are literally creating amazing things. You're creating magic in this world. And there's something very spiritual about it as well. So look out for signs and synchronicities, because Spirit is guiding the way. Fantastic. All right, you guys. So now what we're going to do is we're going to go into the energies of soul contracts. Let's go into that. What is the energy surrounding soul contracts? Your soul contracts could be anybody that you have made a contract with to learn a lesson, whether it's positive or challenging. It doesn't matter. It's still teaching us something. What is the forecast that Spirit has for us today about this soul contract that wants to come through? Ooh, we have the Medusa, very interesting, and evil eyes watching you. So I don't know why that's coming through, but it could be that there's someone around someone else, maybe someone around you or your individual, and this person is watching you. This person is jealous of you. This person doesn't want you to be happy, doesn't want someone else to be happy. There's just definitely an evil eye energy here, and it's not positive. So let's go into this deck here, which is my Cosmic Contracts, the Ties That Bind You deck, and see what's going on here. Okay, somebody's a teacher. It's a very valuable lesson. You're going to learn something very valuable. I'm also getting too that you might be dealing with a very toxic person, and this is just somebody that can't get on the same page. Maybe they're narcissistic, maybe they're just not aware of themselves, they're not able to see themselves, they see themselves as the victim or something like that. And so unfortunately, you could be trying to teach this person something, but they're not interested, or they're just not aware enough to be able to be open to experience that lesson. Okay. But this could also be you as well. Maybe you're falling victim to this evil eye. Maybe you're giving all of your power over to this negative thing or this negative person or the gossip, etc. So there is a valuable lesson for you to either exit the building. It's not worth the fight. You're not going to teach anybody anything, but you are going to teach yourself a very valuable lesson that, you know what, not everybody has good intentions. Not everybody is ready to experience things when you're ready to experience them. And sometimes we are going to learn very valuable lessons through very challenging experiences and challenging times. All right, so let's go ahead and get some energy here in regards to what that situation might be all about. Let's look at it. What is the situation here? This is my Twin Flame Journey Tarot. What is the situation here with this lesson? Ooh, it's karmic. The world is Saturn, you guys, and that's cycle completion. So I just feel like you're meant to walk away from a situation or a person. It's kind of like to stay any longer is only going to cause you more heartbreak. It's only going to cause you more of a burden. Okay? It's only going to exhaust you more. That's how karma works. It's like once the karmic lesson has been learned, sometimes people overstay their welcome, either in our lives or ours in them, or us and theirs. So the thing is, once the lesson has been learned, and it might not be the outcome that we want, to stay will just only muck up your energy, is what I'm getting here. You're only giving someone more access to hurt you, manipulate you, try to overpower you, etc. And I just feel like what this is telling us here is that this cycle needs to come to a close. There is something here where we need to cycle this person out. I'm not necessarily getting romance here, even though it could be for some of you. I just feel like for the majority of you, this has something to do with either a friend or a coworker, or just, again, someone that does not wish you well, somebody that doesn't want to see you succeed, or they don't like that you're happy because they're a miserable person. And so I just feel like there's a toxic energy here, and it's something to do with them. It's not to do really with you. But you do have like you do have to do yourself a service here by disconnecting, okay? So this is my Divine Feminine Healing cards. Let's see what wants to come through about this. Yeah, okay, this is interesting. This to me is probably a situation where it's just like, you don't understand it. You don't understand how someone could be this way. You don't understand why somebody just has to be this way. I just keep getting that. I accept that everything happens for a reason, even though I don't like or understand the outcome. Yes, there is something that's very dissatisfactory here. We're not happy about what's going on. We don't understand why someone is doing something. We don't understand why we are a victim of gossip or slander or circumstances. We don't get it. We don't understand. But what I'm getting here is to hold on to this and ask the question, why? Why is this happening? Why me? Why me? All this is going to do is keep you in that stuck victim mentality. And even though you have every right to feel the way that you do and to also ask questions why, you don't want to stay in that cycle for too long. So what I'm getting here is that it's time for us to close up this chapter with whoever this is or whatever the storyline is and just say, fuck the why. Fuck the why. Let's just move on with our lives. We're going to be happier. We're destined for something else other than this. This person will only have control or power over us as long as we let them. So it's kind of like less is more with this person. Shutting the chapter, shutting the book on it is what needs to happen. Try not to waste your time trying to show this person the error of their ways. I'm getting here, they're a Medusa. They won't see it right now, if ever. So don't waste your time on people like this is the message here today. Very interesting. Okay, so let's now take a look and see what is the message in regards to, let's see, general love. Okay, let's go into general love here. What does Spirit want us to know about love and romance? Just in general. This could be you being single, what's going on with your love life, etc. Hey, we do have Fountain, a financial windfall lies ahead. So what's funny is that we got the goddess Aphrodite when I was asking about finances, and now that I'm asking about love, we're getting something financial here. So I feel like that could be a sign for some of you guys that maybe doing something work-wise or a move that you make in your career is going to lead to meeting the love of your life or something like that. That could be it for some of you guys, okay? So let's see. But regardless, the fountain, it's like the fountain of love. Your cup is overflowing. There's definitely some sort of a windfall that's just ahead in the love department. Okay, so this is my Arrows of Love Oracle. Let's see. Yeah, something is on the horizon. So there is something out there. So this is probably a person that you have not met just yet. This could be someone new that's due to come in. And so there is a message about what is on the horizon. Something new just ahead for you. Could even be someone that you know right now, but on the horizon, they're coming in with communication. They're coming in to deliver something. Okay, let's get some message from my Arrows of Love Tarot. Ooh, 3. Oh, interesting. So I feel like as you guys wrap up a chapter in an old situation, there's movement on a new one, or this could be someone coming back where you guys ended things, but they're coming back with communication with the 8 of Wands. So I have Scorpio's energy here. So that could be Scorpio season when this happens, which would be October, November for some of you guys. So there could be movement again on a dead connection, or there could be something that happens after, you've ended things with someone and that there's something new happening with like a new person. And we have Temperance. It's interesting. This might be an old love. This might be a reconciliation, because sometimes Temperance can indicate 2 cups coming together, divine timing. It's also ruled by Sagittarius, which is November. So there is some sort of significance on the 10th and 11th month of this year where somebody might be coming back in with communication, or this could just be that this is the right time for you to start new and meet someone new when it comes to love. It will be very healing. Both people will be on the same page. They'll be ready to come together. This might be better suited for you than another partnership if it was very toxic and unhealthy. But what I'm getting here, what lies ahead for you is something better, a phase where things improve or a reconciliation, apology maybe from someone from the past. So a cup is full, running over. There is happiness in the love department. All right, so we're going to go ahead and get specific now on, let's see. Actually, no, what we're going to do before we do that is we're going to go into self-care. Things that we can do for our self-care. So this is kind of like what Spirit wants us to know, the forecast for self-care and what experiences we're going to have. So this is my Shift Your Vibes, a suggestion deck. Let's see what we need to know. What's the forecast here for self-care, things that we're going to do? Okay, so some of you guys might visit a zoo. That's interesting. You could be invited to a zoo. You might have this idea like, hey, I just want to go to the zoo this weekend, whatever that might be. Definitely do that. This is my Connections of the Modern World Tarot. And Six of Swords is going to be very healing for you, okay? I feel like what Spirit is trying to say here is that as long as we're moving forward, because that's what Six of Swords really is, it is about forward momentum and traveling and movement. As long as you're moving forward or doing something and maybe even getting out of the house, getting out of your natural habitat, which would be your home, I feel like this is going to be very healing for you. Sometimes when we spend too much time at home, we can become depressed. We can become out of touch with people and, connections, etc. So I feel like what Spirit's trying to give to us for this little forecast is that it might be good to kind of get out of your natural habitat and visit some place where you can observe nature, animals, etc. This would raise your vibration. What else do we have? Yeah, you're connecting. I did forget for some reason. I didn't draw a card from this, but we're just going to skip it for this one and I'll do it for the rest. But yeah, this is just the forecast here. You're finding your tribe. You're connecting with other people. So you are being encouraged at this time to mingle, to step outside of just yourself and connect with other people. And that might be hard for some of you guys because maybe you are very much recluses. Maybe you're very much just this like hermity type of energy. So that might be uncomfortable for you, but Spirit is giving us an indication that this will be good for you. This will be healing. This will actually help to bring you new ideas. It will help you expand a little bit than you are right now. So it could be very helpful for you. Yeah, we have the Star. So the Star is about spirituality. It's also about hope and renewal, faith restored, seeing things from a new life. And it's also about being spiritually guided towards specific things. So Spirit is definitely working in this way for you to help you to move past either a situation or from troubled times or from lower vibrational energy into higher vibrational energy. So definitely follow the guidance and move towards something new. Connect with other people because I feel like this will definitely bring you out of some sort of rut and push you to the next stage of your life, somewhere that you're meant to go. And the Star, when it comes to connections with other people, tribe, this is soul family. This is connecting with other soulmates, connecting with people where you're going to either create amazing things together or just have really joyous, wonderful relationships. So if you're not experiencing that right now, Spirit is saying you have to make some sort of move outside of your home to be able to connect with these people so you can start having these wonderful and amazing experiences. I love that. Okay. So now let's go into specifically your either twin flame soulmate connection. So someone that you see as a counterpart, some kind of situation. What do we need to know about this situation? What is the forecast on that? What is the overall energy of the forecast of this twin flame soulmate connection? Okay, so we have Mask. It says things have been hidden, but they will soon be revealed. So this could be confusion. This could be a mystery. This could be how someone feels. They're finally making it known how they feel. They're taking off that mask. They're being authentic. They're no longer afraid. Okay, so this is my Twin Flame Journey Oracle Revised Edition. Let's see what's going on here with this. Yeah, somebody is surrendering. They're yielding, succumbing. And what they're doing is when they take this mask off and they're just being authentic, no longer afraid, it brings peace to the situation. Yeah, somebody's releasing something. So there's freedom and peace when someone is taking something up. We're realizing something or finding something out, or someone is bringing us their truth. And what this is going to do is it's going to bring freedom from restrictions, freedom from bondage, feeling stuck, and it's also going to usher in peace. So that's amazing. And we have purge. Yeah, again, there is this major purge that needs to take place here. So someone's been masking how they feel, or they've been hiding from something. And this is coming to a close. We're in a way maybe even being forced to surrender, purge, and release. It's very cool the way that all those three words are very similar and come together. All right, let's go into my Twin Flame Journey Tarot again. What is this purging, surrendering, and releasing all about? Okay, well, it is to bring new life into a situation. So if you guys have been at a distance from your counterpart, you've been at a standstill, the stage of your connection has been stuck, I feel like there's going to be some sort of spark or new life that is breathed into this connection. You know, the Ace of Wands is about new beginnings as well. So there's like a death, but also a rebirth energy here. Wow, this is two people coming back together in a 3D sense. So this isn't just some spiritual energy, some 5D energy. No, this is like real life energy. This is in the physical material world. This is the Three of Pentacles. It's two people coming together and collaborating on a project, or just collaborating in the world as a team. So some stage is going to have a rebirth here. Renewal and rebirth, and it has been after a period of self-sabotage and nightmares. So somebody have had a lot of anxiety about maybe communication, or just they've been kind of caught up in their own, darkness, their own shadow. So someone's mask, that's been their sabotage. Like they've been self-sabotaging by wearing this mask. It's been sleepless nights. It's also been somebody in their head about things. So sometimes when we're in our head about things, what ends up happening is we see things through that lens. We don't believe things. We assume that people feel a certain way, or they don't feel a certain way. We tell ourselves a lot of stories. So I feel like the storytelling phase is coming to a close, and there's an opportunity to release this and to finally understand something and see the truth and get major clarity. So that way we can purge this shadow or these assumptions that we're making, so we can experience relief and freedom and a new beginning with our counterpart. So some kind of phase, I feel, is on the horizon of coming to a close, because the Nine of Swords is right before the Ten of Swords, and that Ten of Swords is the end. And I feel like that's this purge, this surrender and release is that Ten of Swords energy, actually. So it's like in the final stages of closing up and wrapping up that anxiety-ridden or shadowy cycle within that connection. So that's what Spirit wants us to know with that. Now let's go specifically into the Divine Masculine. So if you have a Divine Masculine that you feel a divine love connection with, somebody that you just constantly feel their energy, of course, like a twin flame soulmate, but this is just specific for that Divine Feminines out there dealing with the Divine Masculine. What is the energy here? We have Bell. Good news is on the way. So there's been a lot of readings lately where it's like communication wants to come in. There's something that this Divine Masculine has to say. This could be it. Okay. Let's go into my Divine Masculine Haunted deck. Let's get some energy here about news on the way. It does say good news. Okay. Okie dokie. That's interesting to me, because I see here, so this is connected to the twin flame soulmate energy. This is someone that's in their head. That's crazy. Nine of Swords is someone who's in their freaking head. Look at the words here. All the things we left unsaid in my head. So many things have been left unsaid. I feel on the horizon will be communicated, will be said. So that's it. And the flame, that's some kind of flame is still burning here. Some sort of flame is still alive. So maybe that's what you need to understand and know, that there's a flame that's still burning. Okay, this is my Divine Masculine Tarot and Ascension Journey. Let's see what's going on here. Knight of Pentacles, finding a steady pace. This is Virgo's energy. So to me, what this is indicating is that the Knight of Pentacles does make a move, but it's very slow and methodical. So I do feel like this masculine does want to bring some sort of communication, but it is going to be at his own steady pace. And it might be slow, or it might have been slow this entire time coming, but it's like slow and steady wins the race. At least this communication will be good. At least this communication will be kind of, what's the word I'm looking for? Is like stable communication. It's not going to be someone that's just coming in on a whim. It's not going to be somebody that's coming in to just quickly leave again. It's stable communication. It's down to earth. It's practical. Let's talk. Let's be honest with each other. It's that kind of communication. And it's that kind of a move as well. Like, I'm not going to just come in and not be ready. I'm actually ready. I've thought about this. But we do have the Page of Cups. Tell me your fantasy. Again, this is a message. So this is a heartfelt message, but it's under the energy of the Knight of Pentacles, which is very steady. This is Pisces energy, by the way. So tell me your fantasy. Like, what do you want? Have you thought about me? That's what I'm getting here. This masculine may not be sure if his feminine still wants him, or if his feminine is interested. So that might be what this anxiety is all about. This might be the lack of communication. This might be the unfinished business here, and there's definitely this desire to figure something out. And I feel like that's what this communication is all about. But tell me your fantasy. That just means, what is it that you want in life? What is it? Where do you see this? What do you want with us? That's the conversation. Okay, and we do have the Three of Cups. So the Three of Cups on its own, you guys, is coming together, and it's reconciliation. It's a reunion. It's, coming together in a social atmosphere. I do feel like this message, this cup is coming, and it may be that you guys are going to either see each other at a public event. This masculine is going to invite this feminine to come and spend time with either him and his friends or him and his family, come to some sort of a show, concert, or just to dinner for drinks. Come together for drinks or coffee where there's other people around. So I feel like this keeps it casual. It doesn't come off too strong. It doesn't make the masculine feel like he is putting his whole heart on the line. Because the Page of Cups is a little bit of a crumb. So it's like, I want to be steady about this. I don't want to just lose my head. I don't want to be also rejected. So if I kind of put out a little bit of a feeler, a little bit of a crumb, or I make it real casual, then I don't have to feel so rejected if this doesn't work out, or if you're not on the same page with me or don't feel the same. That's interesting. So that is the energy I'm getting here today for whoever needs to hear that, is that this masculine right now is thinking about an invitation or a communication or way he can come back into the feminine's life and kind of propose this idea of talking, but it's going to be very casual. You might feel feminine either like you'll be delighted, but at the same time you might feel like he's really going to play it cool. That's what I'm getting here. He's really going to play it cool. And the reason why is because he has a lot of anxiety. He has a lot of anxiety that you're going to reject him or that you don't want what he wants. And so I feel like he will also downplay a lot of stuff. And so you're going to be a little confused. Like, does he want this? Does he not want this? Does he really feel the same way that I do? It's going to be a little bit of a mystery. So you are going to have to trust your intuition on this. But realize that a lot of this is a front, and realize that this masculine is trying to do things in a safe way and in a safe pace because he doesn't want to get hurt or rejected, whatever that means. So that's what I have for you today about your divine masculine. All right, interesting. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and end this reading with some messages from Spirit, okay? So what does Spirit want us to know? What is our message here from Spirit? Spiritual ascension, spiritual guidance, signs, synchronicities. What do we need to know here? I love that. So the timing is summer. Well, currently where I'm at in the States, it's summer. So wherever you're at in the world, whatever season it is, It could be that the timing is going to be summer for you with something specific, but I'm just getting here. This just means currently the timing is summer. The time is now. Something is happening right now. This is my Signs from Spirit Love Oracle. Let's see what the energy is. Okay, so we have 555. So Spirit is sending you guys numbers. Now, we already saw that 1111, okay? But you might be seeing a combination of fives. And the reason that you're seeing these fives is because it says wisdom wake up call. It's time to move in a new direction. So Spirit is saying something needs to change. Now, remember, we were looking at, it is time to move in a new direction. It's time to just move, period, when it comes to your overall well-being, getting out, connecting with people, broadening your horizons, etc. So definitely move in a new direction. Just as long as you're moving, that's the message I got before. As long as you're moving, you're doing good, okay? And that might be hard for some of you because maybe some of you guys are just not feeling it. But Spirit's saying, too bad. Fake it until you make it. Yeah, because guess what? You've got to get into the cosmic web. There is something that wants to build here. I see this as fate, destiny, something being weaved. A web is weaved by a spider, basically, but it's a cosmic plan. It's all part of the bigger picture. So the only way that you're going to get in alignment with what is fated and destined for you is to get on the frickin' playing board. You've got to get in. You've got to get on it. And some of you guys may have been just shut down for so long. Maybe you're afraid of change. You're afraid of failure, etc. And so you're just kind of playing it safe. And Spirit's saying, don't do that. Don't do that. It is time for you to move. It is time for you to build. It is time for you to expand your horizons. And we have survival shark. Okay. So shark could be coming through as a spirit animal. I want you guys to look that up. There could be a special message with the shark representing your spirit animal right now. But of course, sharks, we've got lone sharks, sharks that, swim in pods, sharks that are alone. There's I think great whites are alone, predator type of energy as well. Very scary energy. You see a shark in the ocean and you basically shit your pants, I'm sure. At least I would. And it could be very, very scary. So we got to figure out ways how we're going to survive this situation. Are we going to survive, right? Do people survive a shark attack? Sometimes they do. Sometimes they don't. So I feel like there's just kind of this energy here of pain, painful challenges, painful lessons, etc. So to me, it's like we can be in that survival mode to a fault, meaning that we've been hurt so bad that we're afraid to even get into the ocean ever again. And that makes sense. If you've been attacked by a shark, I don't know that you would want to go in the ocean again, but there are people that I hear their stories and they go surfing every day still. They're not going to let that hold them back. So I feel like that's the message from Spirit. Whatever has happened to you, however you've been attacked, however you've been hurt, don't let that stop you from doing what you love to do. Don't let that stop you from living your life. That's the beautiful message here. Because you know what? The world is full of predators. The world is full of darkness. The world is full of just, misery. But it's also full of light and love and beautiful, amazing experiences and people that you can trust. So don't let the darkness keep you from experiencing the light. Okay? That's what the message is. This is my spirits of darkness and light. So it's funny that we're talking about dark and light. Let's go ahead and get the energies here. Spirit of earth, love it. Nature, grounded ancestors. So this, of course, it's like you're here on earth. You're here on this planet for a reason. You're here at this time for a reason. You have connected with specific people, soulmates, karmics, whatever. You have connected with certain people for a reason. These connections it's like letting nature take its course. That's nature can also be, and it's funny, I was thinking about this just last night because I was thinking of the fires right now that are going on in Maui, and Mr. Moon and I obviously were just in Hawaii, even though we were on Oahu, but it was just like that, how beautiful it was there. And it's so funny. We've got hibiscus, which is Hawaiian, right? But I just remember it's like so beautiful. Nature is so beautiful, but also nature, which is fire, and even the ocean, very scary, can also be so dangerous and so destructive. But that's just the laws of this world. This is the laws of, death and rebirth. Life doesn't last forever. Love doesn't last forever. Nothing lasts forever, really, I mean, our souls can continue to hold energy forever. That doesn't change. But things change. People evolve. People grow. Things die. So there is this message here of understanding nature. And sometimes nature does have to take its course. And sometimes things can be destroyed. But then there's also beautiful growth and things that resurrect as new after they die. So I just feel like there is something about seeing things from a whole new perspective, seeing that sometimes, like, I have a really hard time. We were also watching this show called Alone, and it's like they put these people out in the middle of, it's like usually Canada for some reason. Maybe it's because it's like freaking ridiculously cold there, but they put them in these situations where they're alone, and and it's just like the show ends however long, the longest time that someone can handle being on that freaking island by themselves, just alone, and you don't really have anything. And so you have to hunt for your own food. And for me, I know it sounds ridiculous, but I have to look away. So this woman, she created these like little traps, these little mechanisms where if the squirrels or the chipmunks or whatever would like go into it, it would trap them and strangle them. And so when she came back, she was like, okay, cool, I got one. And I get it, like she's surviving. And if I was in that situation and I was starving, I would have to do what I have to do. But looking at it, I was just like, I started crying. This is just like how sensitive I am when it comes to animals and hunting. Obviously, I know that I would, if I was in that situation, I had to survive. That's what I would have to do. But she was talking about, and this is kind of cool because she was seeing it from this perspective, which is the point here of me going on this tangent. But she was talking about how the things that she enjoys, the human things that she enjoys, such as, her technology and all this other stuff, how many resources of nature are actually destroyed and killed to make it to where she can enjoy those things. That's on such a grand scale of the devastation, of the loss of life of animals and nature. But when she's in that environment, just in that very nature-esque environment, what that little squirrel that she's killing is nothing compared to what is happening on a bigger scale outside of being in that nature. So I just thought that was really cool when she said that. And not that it made me not feel bad for the squirrel. I still felt really terrible, but it did make sense. So we have ancestors going back to, the times where people didn't have these, grocery stores to go to get their food, etc. Anyway, so the point is, I feel like Spirit is giving us some kind of a wake-up call to see things from a new perspective and to see that nature does have its reasons for doing certain things. There's also reasons why certain people are in our life for certain periods of time and why we experience certain things and why certain things happen to us. So if we can start seeing things from that lens and seeing that everything is a part of a divine orchestration, we don't have to feel like such victims when things do happen or when bad things happen or when things end. Yes, it sucks, but we can start to see it from a more evolved perspective. And that suffering doesn't have to be so great when we're seeing things from that perspective. So wow, that was really long-winded, but I hope that made sense. Okay. Like spider spirit. That's so cool. We've got the spirit and the spider, or the spirit. Wow. The spirit, spider, and the web. Holy smokes. So the spider is also a spirit, like a spirit animal right now. This is a sign from Spirit. Have you ever seen, anytime I see spiders in our backyard, and of course, it's usually in fall, they build these intricate webs, but it sucks because they build them and it's like right in the pathway to the jacuzzi. So I'm not a part of it because I can't deal with it, but Mr. Moon takes them down. But if they're hidden in the back, I don't touch them at all. They don't get touched, and they collect their insects and all these other things. But just to see the intricate detail and the time that it took the spider to make these freaking webs it's amazing. It's absolutely amazing. So I just wanted to say also too, I feel like a message from Spirit at the very end: slow down and observe nature, because there's wisdom in that. There's something beautiful in that. Take the time to, look at that and just, feel that for a moment. But we have fate, destiny, and free will. At the end of the day, you guys, yes, there's a lot of us that feel like, this is meant to be. This has to happen. This is my fate. This is my destiny. But there's also free will. There's free will of you and others. I know a lot of talented people that they may never do anything with their talent, so they're not going to experience mass success because they won't put themselves out there because of their own hangups. That's their free will. Even though I feel they're destined for greatness, it doesn't matter. That's their free will to choose not to do shit with their talent. But this also goes with soul connections. When you meet someone and you know that there's something amazing and something special and there's so much potential, you cannot make that person get on board with it. You cannot make that person be ready for it. So sometimes that's just the nature of the game of life. It does suck, but we can't stop expanding. We can't stop living. We can't stop growing. We still need to take care of our needs and survive. So there's some kind of a message here about really seeing this right now, really understanding this right now. And this will really help to release you from a lot of the chains that might be holding you back. Oh my gosh, I love this. And we have the spirit of the pumpkin. Look, I have a pumpkin here. That is so cool. We have autumn, harvest, and midnight. So the thing is, we've got summer. So that's summer's season. And then we have autumn. So these next two seasons, you guys, are really going to be magnificent when it comes to a lot of things that are happening to us that are fated, destined for us, but also free will choices of ourselves and others. You guys could also be working with ancestors really heavily, which around Halloween is a fantastic time to get into contact with your ancestors and to honor them. So this, I feel, is also highlighted as well. Midnight, of course, that's the witching hour. So I feel like some of you guys are really going to get in touch with your rituals and your witchy side, your magical side, manifesting new things, doing a lot of healing, etc. Spirit saying it's all highlighted here. So, and I feel also to the last message, some of you guys need to be a little bit more of a shark, okay? Some of you need to just not worry so much. And it's not about discarding how other people feel. It's not like we need to go in there and hurt anybody. But sometimes you do have to detach a little bit, like the Queen of Swords, and not be so empathic like the Queen of Cups and think about everything. Because sometimes we can get really caught up on how we feel or other people feel, and then we don't get things done. We don't go for things that we want because we're so worried about what everyone else is going to feel. Sometimes that can be a burden. Sometimes that can hold you back from things that are fated and destined for you. Sometimes you do have to just cut away sometimes of how things are going to affect other people. We're not deliberately hurting people, but we're kind of choosing to put that aside and say, you know what? This is what I feel destined to do. I just have to go for it. I just have to maybe leave this behind or not worry how that's going to impact this person. Again, we're not hurting people, but sometimes the way that people feel, that's not your responsibility. So you're taking on a lot of burden when you are feeling responsible for other people's happiness or how they're going to end up feeling. Sometimes you just got to take care of yourself. And I just feel like there's an opportunity for you to really grow and expand. And you might need to hurt someone along the way, but I'm not getting it's deliberate. I'm just getting that that's their issue that they're going to have to work out, and you're going to have to kind of work out your own guilt on that one, whatever that might be. So that's what I have for you guys today. I really hope that you enjoy these messages, and thank you guys so much for joining me here today. All right, you guys, take care. Bye-bye.